space in front of Senan O'Grady. His first championship start on home soil. Roscommon have a free. Cathal Craig gets on with it, and Donny is out in front again of Dermot Reynolds. Donny Shine on the left boot, looking for the first point, and he's got it. Great score from Donny Shine. Mossy Byrne up after it. Roscommon, they'll win it. That's Carol Mannion, the experienced man. 10 is Senan O'Grady. Drifting out now, Senan Kilbride from St. Bridget's. The Connacht champions, Kilbride looking for the second score, and he's got it. And this is a powerful start by Roscommon, laying down a marker. The Connacht champions not intent on surrendering their title in Carrick-on-Shannon. Stephen Ormsby. David Keenan. Michael Finneran. Deep in his own half. That's a poor ball though. Barry Pryor onto it for Leitrim. Here's Mulligan, has the right boot and also left. Has he got that? Yes, he has, and a huge roar around Carrick-on-Shannon. Carol Mannion in and sending Kilbride out in front of his man. His man is Paddy Maguire. Kilbride is a big, powerful presence, like Donny Shine. Steadies down, left boot. That looks brilliant. It is brilliant. That's an astonishing point from Senan Kilbride. He's got two already. An absolute corker. On that occasion, Mossy Byrne just knocking it down, but Cathal Craig in there to win the hard ball for Roscommon, and they got on with it quickly. Daniel Lowe wasn't quite aware of where that was. Here's Carol Mannion for Roscommon. Plenty of power in it. Over the bar. He had sight of goal. Roscommon moved 3 clear in the 10th minute. And the pressure comes on right at the top end of the field from the Leitrim full forwards, as you can see when Roscommon have the ball, but there's pressure on Leitrim as Roscommon have it back. Higgins sends it forward. Donny Shine, his shot was being pulled. Goal chance, brilliant from Donny Shine. Fantastic goal. What a strike. Dermot Reynolds was fouling him, but Shine wasn't put off. He's so hard to stop. This is a lovely goal.
Well, Higgins knows what he's doing. Flicks it inside. Now this is a real goal. This is a serious goal, Dara. Pulls off his man, and with his left foot puts it across the keeper and off the post. He gets a hand on it, in fairness, but it's a terrific goal.
Cathal Craig comes closest to him. Keenan is free again. Craig has it for Roscommon. Senan Kilbride calling for it behind him. Here is Kilbride. Couldn't shoot on his left. Goes instead to David Keenan, the centre-back. They work it to Senan O'Grady. O'Grady settles down, and that's a really good point. A fine team score. Conor Byrne. 2 men around him again. His brother Mossy free, and they get the wires crossed. Here's Kevin Higgins. Scored the first point of the second half, and who is supposed to be picking up Cathal Craig? Craig bearing down. Here's Kilbride. Goal chance. He drilled it straight at the goalkeeper. Good save by Cathal McCran in the end. It was hit straight at him though. Niall Carty. Senan Kilbride. Ronan Gallagher just behind him. Kevin Higgins free in front. Now skipping away or trying to from Barry Pryor, but Kilbride has it. Now Higgins is through. Higgins goes for goal. Another fantastic save by McCran. It's out for a 45, but he stopped 2 what looked like certain goals. Darren Sweeney for Emlyn Mulligan. Robbie Lowe moves ahead of it. Sweeney. Furthest forward is Brian MacDonald, in close to goal. Emlyn Mulligan. That's brilliant from Mulligan. They need more of that. Fabulous point from the centre forward. Their first since the 22nd minute. Brian MacDonald. James Glancy. Ronan Gallagher, no pressure on Gallagher at all, has to score and does score. 2 in a row for Leitrim, much more like it. Senan O'Grady, both wing forwards, Cathal Craig and Senan O'Grady from Roscommon have had fine games today. Peter Domican should be in the half-back line, but drifting forward. Donny Shine didn't have a look at the post at all. It's connected for Roscommon by Conor Devaney, tricky angle, and Devaney slots that over. MacDonald is there waiting for it. Barry Pryor and MacDonald. Peter Donegan just behind him. MacDonald for Leitrim. MacDonald with a goal chance. How did it stay out? It might still be something for Robbie Lowe. Now Kroll. Kroll sends it over the bar. But fabulous work from Brian MacDonald, and somehow Roscommon managed to keep this out.
You think it's in the net here? There he is.
Brilliant.
Whipping it off the line. Great work.
Senan Kilbride of Roscommon got way under that, but Donny Shine may not bother too much. Reynolds got a fist to it. Here's an opportunity. They're in here. Goal chance. This would send them to the Connacht final in style, which it has, and it's Conor Devaney. Second goal. Delicate little finish from Conor Devaney. It's game over now.
It certainly is. Didn't he do well? Very composed. Rounds the keeper, and it is game, set, and match now.
Just right on the 70 mark, Pat McEnany calls a halt to proceedings. A very impressive performance by Roscommon, and they go back to the Connacht final, 70 minutes away from successfully defending the title they won last year in Castlebar. Here's confirmation of the full-time score from Carrick-on-Shannon. Roscommon leaving victorious again, 2-12 to Leitrim's 6 points.
We're getting more belief as the games go on, you know, and to beat Leitrim down here is a good boost, you know. We had a bad league final display and we're trying to put that behind us, so every game we win it just gives us confidence, and we're looking forward to the final.
We had a good day out the last day, and you know, this is a bad day at the office. You have to take it in the chin. We're going to regroup, and you know, at the end of the day, I know the characters in them. I love work with them. I'm just sorry for the supporters and that, but the next day, hopefully, you'll see a glimpse of the progress we have, and maybe things might run our way.
It's going to be a long process for Roscommon. I've always said it'll take 3 or 4 years before this team reaches its peak, you know, and I think there'll be a few peaks and valleys along the way. You know, we have to be careful. You know, the Mayos and Galways, you know, have given Roscommon drubbings in the past, and we have to be careful now that when we go into this final that we're competitive.
Well, Martin, Leitrim, by their own admission, didn't perform today, but you were still impressed with Roscommon.
I'm looking at Roscommon today, and I'm looking at Roscommon against Cork last year in the All-Ireland quarter-final, and there's no comparison with the work rate of the team. Now, incidentally, I think Roscommon had 6 or 7 new players in today. There's certainly a Conor Devaney and Senan Kilbride in the full forward line who weren't there last year. But I thought overall their work rate was incredible. Their dominance around the middle of the field was really marked. I thought Michael Finneran had a tremendous game there and got good support from Carl Mannion. And their backline were in top from the word go. But it was their overall application, it was their willingness to work for one another, and it was their greater understanding of each other's needs that really impressed me on the day. And they made light of the very bad conditions, and even though it was a poor day, as Mickey Moran said, for Leitrim at the office, Roscommon were by far and away the better team.
And Leitrim couldn't live with the pressure imposed on them by...
No, the pressure was exerted from the word go, and you just see it time and time again. You see a young Lowe here going through with the ball, and again the tackles going in fairly, very, very disciplined, it must be said. Roscommon gave away very few frees. Ormsby that time getting his body in the way. Here, out, you know, a Leitrim corner forward in front of his man getting the ball, but is faced by a phalanx of Roscommon players. Every one of them doing their work, trusting one another, backing up one another, and then when they get the ball, working it out cleverly. But it's just their ability to get their bodies in the way and to just pressurise the Leitrim lads into mistakes. That was a feature of their game all day, and it's really what, you know, they were the building blocks really for the win on the day. And just the final, I suppose, nail in the coffin, or the first nail in the coffin, really, it could be said, for Leitrim, was again this turnover forced by good Roscommon pressure, a good ball into Shine, and just look at his finishing. Goalkeeper may be a little bit unlucky, but Shine knew immediately the ball came to hand that time what he wanted to do, found the corner, and a capped a fine display by Roscommon today.
Well, given Leitrim didn't really perform, Pat...
You're right, yeah.
Can Roscommon match Mayo or Galway?
Well, I'll tell you, you know, all things being equal, a good big guy is better than a good small guy. And in the conditions today, physicality and size won out. And Roscommon did play well. And, you know, 2-12 is good scoring. All 6 starting forwards scored from play. You know, 2 of Leitrim's starting forwards got 2 points from play. It was men against boys. I mean, Roscommon have improved, but look, the standard, the quality of the opposition there was so poor. If Leitrim had a plan, I didn't know. The plan was obviously they'll shot past the ball and they went round and round and they carried it into into tackles, they short passed in crowd, everything was wrong about them. And in conditions like today, short passing is lethal with a slippery ball. What they needed to do was move it quick, long, and have some sort of plan in attack, but they had no sort of plan. The pressure game from Roscommon was very, very good, but was made so much easier by the Leitrim boys short passing and carrying the ball into tackles.
All right, Roscommon, of course, at home in the final. I think it's in the Hyde.
Yeah, it's in the Hyde. But again, just going back to Leitrim, you must credit Mickey Moran for what he's trying to do with Leitrim. He's a small pick, and he's trying to kind of bed these guys into football. It's going to take a few years. And they had 7 or 8 new guys that came in the last day against Sligo. They were there again today. And you've got to kind of just allow them a little bit of time to develop. Today, certainly, though, was not their day.
I suppose Sligo showed that there is some potential there. Pat, your contenders for man of the match? Well,
one Leitrim fella, Cathal McCran, their goalkeeper. 2 fantastic saves in the second half. 1 fantastic save under a high ball in the first half. Roscommon's Micheál Finneran, impressive midfielder, the best of the 4 midfielders on view. And Sinan Kilbride, I mean, his left-footed kicking from frees and from play, a joy to watch.
All right, so there are nominees, Martin, and man of the match is?
Well, we'll go with Sinan Kilbride. I thought as a target man today he was superb. I thought he's really carried his club form into the county scene. And just if you watch some of his scores today, you know, he's a lethal left foot here from his wrong side. Hooks the ball over the bar delightfully, takes on responsibility here again, like a good forward, sees the goals, goes for them, but scored some wonderful scores today, like from difficult angles, but showed great leadership, great ball winning ability, and spread an awful lot of confidence to the rest of the team with the quality of his display.
Great, OK, then let's hear from Sinan. He spoke with Claire McNamara.
Sinan, congratulations, you are the man of the match. Some fine point scoring by you in very difficult conditions.
Yeah, especially in the first half there with the wind and the rain. Very difficult conditions, slippery, and it wasn't easy to hold on to the ball. But we played with the first half, with the elements in the first half, and we got a good start, and that was very important for us to get a good start and kind of drove on from there in the second half.
All right, well done, Sinan. Now on to the Leinster Championship and the meeting last evening of Wexford and Westmeath in Wexford.